Hey there, this is Red. It's time for another episode of Red Plays. So, got Rocket Raccoon out on the board, and we've been defeated by Rhino twice on Standard Rhino with our pre-constructed Rocket Raccoon deck, which is disappointing to say the least. Anyway, we're going to try and do another go with Rocket Raccoon. Before we do this go, though, there's a couple of things I wanted to talk about. So, there's some rules with Rocket that I've needed clarification on, and the way I've played things, I think I should probably talk about them a little bit. So, one of the things is if you take a look at some of Rocket's weapons here, like let's take a look at Rocket's rocket launcher. So if you take a look at Rocket's rocket launcher, it comes into play with 2 charge counters on it. Now, there's a lot of other cards throughout the game that they come into play with counters on it, and they have a uses keyword on it. So when the counters are used up and you have the uses keyword, it goes away. But with Rocket, he's got these items that have charge counters on them. And when they use up all the charge counters, they don't go away. So that's one thing to keep in mind with Rocket. Another thing to keep in mind with Rocket is in his pre-constructed deck, we have hand cannons. Now, interestingly, hand cannons have 3 charge counters on them, but they also have the uses keyword. So a hand cannon, when you use up all of the charges on it, it does actually go away because it has the uses keyword. So I think I've played that incorrectly in the past. So that's the thing to remember is the hand cannon goes away when you hit 0. Yet another thing to look at is, where's that? Here we go. Rocket's flora and fauna. So I did have the means to play the team up once before, but if I look at that, I get to place 2 charge counters on a Rocket Raccoon upgrade and ready that upgrade. So the thing that I need to keep in mind when I play Flora and Fauna is it can go on a Rocket Raccoon upgrade, which would be like the rocket launcher, but it can't go on the hand cannon. So I can use that to power up this, but not to power up that. But on the other side of things, I can use my battery pack, which my battery pack says that it move charge counter from this card to another tech upgrade you control. Both of those cards here and here are tech upgrades. So I can use the battery pack to charge those up. With my flora and fauna, I can only use on my own card. So there's a lot going on there. Anyway, so just trying to clear some of that up, and let's see if I can say the other one right this time. I practiced a couple of times, but it was a day ago. Where to go? Oh, there it is. Schadenfreude. I don't know if I'm getting it right still or not, but working on it. There's a pronunciation in the last video, so I've been working on it. Still don't think I've quite got it right. Anyway, all right, let's get rolling here. We've got Rocket out there. We've got Rhino out there. We've got the break-in out there. Rhino's got his 14 hit points. We're playing standard, so we've got Rhino 1. Rocket starts with 9 hit points. We just shuffle the deck up a little bit. We will shuffle up Rhino's deck just a little. And we need 6 cards. All right, let's see what we got. And hopefully we'll do better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now a couple of times, first game, I think I played badly. Second time, Rhino kind of pulled the thing out that he needed. We'll see how it goes this time. All right, so we've got some fun things. So things I don't think we need off the start is the I've got a plan. So we don't really, it would be nice to ready him, but there's nothing to thwart, so we're going to toss that one. All right, these follow-throughs do extra damage. So do I hold on to those? I don't think so. Now I could go digging for more stuff, but I could get my particle cannon and my pistol out with these cards. So I think we're going to stick with what we've got here and draw another card. See what we get. We get a looking for trouble. Oh, so that's the one where I get to potentially pull out a minion and remove 3 threat, but there's no threat on the main scheme right now, so it doesn't do a whole lot of good. All right, So I think we're at is we're ready to go. We've got our 6 cards. It's gonna be go time. So we're gonna go time it. All right. We're gonna go over to Rocket, and Rocket's got 2 thwart, 1 attack, 1 defense, and his response is when I deal excess damage, I get to draw a card. Well, we won't be doing any excess damage this round, but we're gonna be doing some damage. All right, so we're gonna use our genius and our follow through to generate 3 resources. Put a particle cannon out there. So particle cannon gets 2 charges, and then I can remove 1 charge to have it do 4 damage to an enemy, overkill and ranged. So it's a bad boy. We're gonna put 2 charges on there. Boom. All right, next up, we're gonna go ahead and put Rocket's pistol out there. We're gonna use that the follow through to pay for Rocket's pistol, which is gonna get 3 counters, and I remove a counter to do 2 damage. All right, so we've got 2 cards out there, and the other thing to keep in mind is both of these cards are restricted, and you can only have 2 restricted cards in play at once. So we're okay there. All right, so next up, I think we're going to do some shooting. All right, so we're going to attack with Rocket for 1. Let's just total all this up. We're going to attack for Rocket for 1. We're going to exhaust our particle cannon, remove a charge counter, deal 4 damage. So we're at 1. That makes us 5. And then we're going to exhaust our pistol, take a counter away and do 2 damage. All right, so we've got 1, 5, 7 damage we're going to do. That felt kind of good. All right, then we're going to be done. We're going to hold on to this looking for trouble. See what comes up this next round here. All right, so we're going to draw back up to 5. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, villain's turn. What are we doing on the villain's turn? So first thing up is we're going to put 1 threat on the main scheme. Rhino is going to see Rocket out there. He's going to want to come attack Rocket. Rocket's got nothing to block with, so he's going to go ahead and take this attack. So Rhino is attacking for 2. He's going to get a boost. He's going to boost for none. That's a big old 0. That's a great number. 0 is a good number for us. So we take 2 damage. Sorry, 2. 2. He's attacking for 2. All right, so we take 2. Then we're going to draw an encounter card. I'm glad we got that armored suit out of there because that's an annoying one for us. All right, encounter card is crowd control. All right, it's crisis icon. It's going to have 2 on it per player. It's going to come out with 2. All right, that's the end of Rhino's turn. And we're over to the hero's turn. Now, things are kind of interesting at this point in time. All right, so we have a chase them down, which would let me, if I get rid of an enemy, I can take 2 threat off of a scheme, which could get rid of the crowd control. I've got 2 thwart right now. I also have a reload. I'm thinking about knocking Rhino over, because if I knock Rhino over, then I could do a looking for trouble, which would let me remove 3 threat from the main scheme. Well, it says there, while the scheme is in play, cannot remove threat from the main scheme. So I need to get rid of crowd control first. So I need to thwart to get rid of that. So I think actually I'm going to start there. So we're going to start off by using Rocket to thwart, and we're going to take 2 off the crowd control and clean up crowd control. All right, so next up is, do we want to flip Rhino or not? So we could do a looking for trouble, and then we could go into the fray, which takes threat off of the main scheme, potentially. I also have a chase them down, which would, well, okay, so if I do a reload, then I'm not going to be able to do the go twice thing. All right, so I was thinking into the fray, but that's maybe not the right thing to do. I can do a looking for trouble, which would bring a minion out. I could potentially take them out and do a chase them down. Yeah, let's... Ooh, but the looking for trouble takes 3 off the main scheme. It has to come off the main scheme. So the thing that's a problem is I can't also get rid of breaking and taken if I bring breaking and taken out. All right, so where does that leave us at? Would also be nice as Rocket. I could potentially, well, if I use these up, then I can use Rocket's ability to get rid of them. So that is a thought. Okay, so I think we are going to do a bunch of shooting. And we're going to potentially take an extra round from Rhino. So let's see how this works out here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we'll do the particle cannon for 4. So that's going to knock Rhino down to 3. All right, then I think we do a looking for trouble. Let's see how things work out. All right, so we're going to do looking for trouble. Actually, hold on, let's take that back. We're going to go back just a little bit, and we're going to put that 4 back on Rhino so he's back up to 7. Give our particle cannon its shot back. We're going to do our looking for trouble first. So first we'll look for trouble. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a minion. Put that minion into play, engaged with you. Remove 3 threat from the main scheme. All right, so we're going to look for a minion. Not a minion. Hydra Bomber. Going to be the first one to come out. All right, so my choice is... Oh, he gets put into play, so he's not revealed. So he just comes out. All right. Now... Yeah, so now how I'm going to play it is... I will... See, if I have particle cannon, I can do excess damage into Rhino, or I can into the fray potentially. No, I think we'll go this route. All right. So we're going to shoot Rocket's pistol, do 2 damage. Off a Rhino. All right, we're going to have Rocket's going to shoot the particle cannon for 4, and it's going to have overkill and range. So we're going to do 2 into the Hydra Bomber, which is then going to leave 2 into Rhino. So Rhino's going to be at 3. And because we did excess damage, we get to draw a card. So we got a looking for trouble. I think, do we go ahead and use chase them down to take a threat off of the main scheme? Yes. So we have a, after your hero attacks and defeats an enemy, remove 2 threat from a scheme. We can go ahead and take that off of there. See, I should have played the follow through, I think. Anyway. All right. We're going to use Into the Fray to do a reload. So that's going to ready our stuff up. All right. Then we're going to exhaust Rocket's pistol again to knock Rhino down to 1. And the charge counter goes away. All right. At that point, we're going to flip over to Rocket Raccoon. We're going to discard a tech upgrade I control to draw 2 cards. So we're going to get rid of a particle cannon. I'm going to draw 2 cards. Ooh, so that's my thruster boots, which gives me an additional thwart. I think we'll use I've Got a Plan. Do we use that to get our thruster boots out? Or do we hold on to I've Got a Plan to double thwart next round? I think we'll do our looking for trouble to put our thruster boots out there. So thruster boots gives us +1 thwart and aerial, which could be nice. All right. And then I think we're going to get rid of our follow through and we will be done. So we're going to ready up and I'm going to hold on to my I've got a plan and draw 5 more cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Looks like a relentless next turn, but I have no physical resources. Okay. Villain's turn. We're going to put 1 threat on the main scheme. Next up, Rhino's going to see Rocket out there, so he's going to scheme. He schemes for 1. He's going to get a boost of 2, so he's going to scheme for 3. Okay, that's kind of painful. So he's going to go up to 4. Don't like that. All right, then we draw an encounter card. Encounter card is tough. Rhino gets a tough status card. Okay. Tough. Tough Rhino. All right, end of the villain's turn. We're over to the hero's turn. All right, hero side, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my ability to discard a tech upgrade to draw 2 cards. So now I've got Groot and Flora and Fauna. All right. All right, how do we clean things up? So I think getting Groot out there helps clean things up. And we would like to get our cybernetic skeleton out there. These are things that I can do in that manner. All right, so we're going to, do I rest up? No, we don't rest up. We're going to go right to Rocket. All right. First thing we're going to do is going to play our cybernetic skeleton. It's going to give me +3 hit points and +1 attack. So I'm going to go up to from 9 to 12. So I've got 12 total hit points now. Then we're also going to play Groot. Let's get Groot out there. Because I have the Guardian trait, I can play Groot. I think... So right now, I thwart for 2 +1 is 3. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to thwart 3 off the main scheme. And then, do I have Groot go ahead and attack to take the toughness off? That's a big, because Groot takes 2 damage if he does that. Or I could have him thwart for 1. I think I'm going to have him thwart for 1. So I'll have Groot thwart. Get rid of the last one off of here. And he only takes 1 consequential for that. All right, so we're done at that point. We're going to draw 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we got a rocket launcher, which does damage to the enemy and its minions. And we got our hand cannon, which lets us do better hand-to-hand damage. All right. Villain's turn. So 1 threat on the main scheme. Rhino is going to look to come attack Rocket. We're going to have Groot block this one. All right. So I guess that's another interesting point is right now we've got after Groot defends against an attack, heal 2 damage from him. So does that heal at this point or after the attack is finished? So it says after Groot defends an attack, against an attack. After Groot defends against an attack. So right now I am choosing him to defend against an attack. So I'm guessing, I'm not sure if it's after the attack has happened or after I choose for him to go. I'm not sure. We'll do it now at the beginning. I'm not sure if that's the best way to do that, but we'll have him heal now first because I'm going to go with he is defending at this point. So as a response to that, he's defending against the attack. He heals 2. I don't know. All right. So Rhino's going to attack. He's attacking for 2. Groot is blocking and he's going to get a boost of none. So Groot's going to take 2. All right. 2 on Groot. Then we're drawing an encounter card. Encounter card is Bomb Scare. So it's going to get 3 threat And it's going to do the acceleration thing. All right, 3 threat. That is the end of the villain's turn. All right, we're over to the hero's turn. Groot is exhausted. All right, so things that we're looking at is Rhino's got tough on him, which is super annoying. We attack by default for 2 right now because of our skeleton. We thwart for 3, which is enough to get rid of the bomb scare. Things we're looking at is we've got a rocket launcher, which is pretty awesome, but it's going to essentially cost all of my cards to get the rocket launcher out. I could get the hand cannon and one other thing out, like my booster boots. But the problem with the hand cannon is the hand cannon only makes my attack, I have to like physically attack in order to use the hand cannon. So I'm not so sure that I'm hot on that one right now. Kind of like the rocket launcher. So I think we're going to go rocket launcher. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our booster boots out. So I'm going to get some more tech out there. Oh, wait, I can't do both of them. Oh, no, because the rocket launcher costs 3. Oh, so I have to choose. I think we'll use these 3 to get the rocket launcher out. All right, so we got rocket launcher, and it gets 2 uses, so 2 charges. All right, I don't think that I want to use my looking for trouble right now. And I think we're going to go ahead and thwart with rocket and take 3 off the bomb scare. I'm going to clean bomb scare up. Do I shoot off my rocket launcher? Shooting off my rocket launcher to get rid of the tough just seems like a waste. A good looking for trouble if I get a minion out there, but I could get some sort of nasty minion, so I don't know that I want to do that. Ooh, tough choices. I think we'll hold on to our looking for trouble and we'll hold on for our rocket launcher for next round. Nah, let's shoot it. All right. We're going to shoot off our rocket launcher. It's going to do 2 damage and we're going to get rid of the tough on Rhino. All right. Then we're finished. We're ready up. We're going to draw 4 cards to get back up to 5. So we got looking for trouble, Schadenfreude, bug, and chase them down. Oh, 1 more card. I need 5 cards. Boop. And a salvage. Okay, salvage is good. That lets me put a tech thing back on and get one of my pistols back. Would be really nice. All right. Villain's turn. What's going to happen on the villain's turn? 1 third on the main scheme. Rhino's going to look to attack Rocket. And do I take this one? No, we'll have Groot block this one again. So Groot's going to block. He's going to heal 2, because that's the way we decided to play that. So Rhino's attacking for 2. He's going to get a boost of 1, so he attacks for 3. And Groot's going to take 3. All right, I'm going to draw an encounter card. We get hard to keep down. Rhino heals 4. Okay. So he's going to be back up to 5. And he's finished. All right, we're back over to the hero's turn. All right, what are we doing hero-wise? Now, I can attack and do 2. Rocket launcher does 2. That's not the 5 that I need to flip him. Let's see here. We can get bug out there. And after hero makes a basic attack, heal 1 from bug. So bug could pink at Rhino a little bit. We've only got 1 rocket launcher out there. We can also looking for trouble and get a minion out there. And then we take 3 threat off the main scheme. Let's start off with that. So we're going to do a looking for trouble first. So looking for trouble says, discard from the top, till I put a minion, remove 3 threat from the main scheme. All right, so we're gonna go looking for a minion. Let's see if this turns out badly for us. Charge, an assault, a Hydra mercenary. Okay. Hydra mercenary comes into play. And he has guard. No toughness though. Okay. And we remove 3 threat from the main scheme. Let's not forget that piece of it. That's a very important piece of it. All right, right now we attack for 2. The rocket launcher hits for 2. And after I deal excess damage, I get to draw a card. That's somewhat interesting. The other problem that I've got right now is that I think I'm going to have to take an extra round of breaking and taking. I don't have a good way to get around that right now. And I don't want to let this sit too long, so I think we're going to go ahead and... All right. We're going to attack with Rocket. We're going to hit the Hydra Mercenary for... Oop. Is that the order I want to do this in? No, it's not the order I want to do this in. First, we're going to play Bug. We're going to get Bug out there. All right, so this is after I make a basic attack, heal 1 from Bug. I'm using Salvage to play Bug, which says after you spend this card, put a tech upgrade from your discard pile on top of your deck. So I'm going to go to my discard pile. I'm going to put a tech upgrade on top of my deck, which is going to be my Rocket's Pistol. Put that back on top of my deck. Right there. All right. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to attack with Rocket. We're going to attack the Hydra Mercenary. Nope, nope. We're going to attack with Bug. Bug's going to attack and do 1 damage. Where is the counter? There we go. He's going to do 1 damage to Rhino, take him down to 4. Oh, I can't because he's got guard. Ah. He's foiling me. That's after I deal excess damage to an enemy. Gonna mess me up. All right. We're going to do it this way instead. We're going to attack with Rocket. Rocket attacks for 1. Plus 1 is 2. We're going to do 2 to the Hydra Mercenary. All right. At that point in time, we're going to fire off our rocket launcher. So rocket launcher, I'm going to remove, do 2 to the villain and each minion engaged with the player. All right. So I'm going to remove my counter. I'm going to do 2 to each minion and 2 to Rhino. All right, after you deal excess damage to an enemy, draw a card. So that was excess to the Hydra Mercenary. I get to draw a card, which is my pistol. All right, we're gonna have Bug go ahead and attack Rhino for 1. And then we're going to use Chase Them Down, play my pistol. He gets 3 counters. And we're going to use my pistol, because these are our 2 restricted cards, to do 2 damage to Rhino. And Rhino 2 is going to come out. All right, round 2 is going to come out, and he's going to have Breaking and Taken on him. Which is, so we need 15 hit points. 15. We need to find Breaking and Taken. Let's see if we saw it already before we go digging through the rest of the deck. I don't remember seeing it. Yeah, there's Bomb. Oh, there's Breaking and Taken. It was in the discard pile. All right, so it's going to come out with 3 on it. I can't do anything about it this round, but we're in a pretty good place to do something about it next round. All right. That is the end of the villain, or the end of my turn. So we're gonna grab all of this back, and we're gonna draw back up to 5 cards. So we got that one, a hand cannon, some energy, a salvage, and another pistol. All right. Villain's turn. But 1 threat on the main scheme. Rhino is going to look to attack Rocket. And let's see, do we have Groot step in front of this one, or do we let Bug take this one? Or I could just take this one too. That's a lot of damage. I think we're going to go ahead and let Bug take this one. So Bug is going to step in front of this one. Rhino's attacking for 3. He's going to boost 1. So Bug takes 4. Bug's out. Bug out. All right, then we're going to get 2 encounter cards because Breaking and Taking is out there. 1, 2. All right, there we go. These are the things that scare me. Encounter card number 1 is Enhanced Ivory Horn. That's going to give him +1 attack because that's what Rhino needs, is more attack. All right, next up is Stampede. Of course, because he got more attack. Okay. Rhino attacks you. If the character is damaged by this attack, the character is stunned. All right, so I think we're going to have Groot block this one. So when Groot blocks, he's going to heal 2. We're taking 3, 4, which means Groot's probably going to go away. 5. There we go. Groot's going to go away. All right. That's the end of Groot. But we are done with the villain's turn, and we're over to the hero's turn. All right. So hero side, what do we have going on here? Now we got 2 restricted cards out there. We got Breaking and Taken, which I think we really need to take care of. We have a pistol. We can heal 2 damage each time I deal damage to an enemy. Maybe I should have taken that shot because I could probably heal up really good. I don't know. I need to get the Breaking and Taken out of there is what I feel like needs to happen. So I think what we're going to do is we'll just go ahead and start off by having Rocket thwart for 3 and get rid of the Breaking and Taken. All right. Make our life a little bit easier. We are going to spend, do we spend 1? So we can spend 2 and get the Enhanced Ivory Horn out of there. That would make us take 1 less damage, which could be pretty big at this point. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We're going to spend 2. That's going to make, oh, I need 3 resources, 3 physical. I don't have 3 physical. Okay, so that changes that up. Enhanced Ivory Horn is 3 physical, and I've only got 2. All right, so that's not happening. So let's go ahead and we will bring the other Rocket's pistol into play. Let's use, what do we have for tech stuff in here? Our tech upgrades in our discard pile. There's a hand cannon. There's a particle cannon. Yeah. I think that's what we're going to put back on top of our deck. So we're going to take our salvage. Yeah, we're going to use salvage to play Rocket's pistol. We're going to use that to put our particle cannon back on top of our deck. All right. Then that comes in with 3 counters on it. And the rocket launcher goes away. All right, we can shoot both of our pistols. So we do 4 damage. All right, that was down to 11. And then do we stop there? Skeleton, yeah, I think we're going to stop right there. I think We'll stop right there. All right, we're going to ready up. What cards do I want to get rid of? I think I'm not going to get rid of any cards. So we're going to draw. We're going to get a particle cannon and a strength. All right, villain's turn. 1 threat on the main scheme. Rhino's going to come attack us, and we're going to take it. All right, so he's attacking for 3. He's going to get a boost of 1. We're going to get hit for... We're going to get hit for 4. 4, and an advancement away, so that's all right. All right, so we're at 6. We've taken 6. Now we need an encounter card. Counter card is Shadows of the Past. No! So my Nemesis minion is going to come into play. That wasn't part of the plan. So we have Blackjack O'Hare is going to come into play, and he's got Quick Strike, and he's got Villainous, which means he's going to get a boost card. All right, so first he comes into play. He has Quick Strike, so he gets attack of 1. He's going to get a boost card. He's going to hit me for 3. Jerk. All right, that's 9. Then we're going to bring our environment into play, which is Vendetta, which is going to have a 2 on it, and it's going to increase boosts by 1. Okay. And then these 3 cards are going to go into the Rhino deck. Ouch. All right. Grrr. So that is the end of the villain's turn, and he did some villainous villainy there. That was not nice. I'm not happy with that. Okay. All right. But I think holding on to the cards worked out in my favor, because we're over to my turn now, and we're going to do some shooting this stuff. All right. So here's what we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is we're going to play Schadenfreude. All right, so until the end of the turn, heal 2 damage from Rocket Raccoon each time you deal any amount of damage to an enemy. All right, so let's get crazy. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to shoot off my pistol and do 2 damage to Rhino. So he's down to 9. All right, because I did damage, I heal 2. All right, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play my particle cannon. So 3, bring my particle cannon into play. Whoop. And it's a restricted card, so I have to only have 2 restricted cards. It comes into play with 2 charge counters on it. There we go. All right, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot my particle cannon. It says remove a charge counter, deal 4 damage to an enemy. It gets overkill and ranged. So I'm going to do 4 damage to an enemy, which is going to be Blackjack O'Hare. It has overkill, so it's going to overkill 1 into Rhino. All right, because of that, I also dealt excess damage, so I get to draw a card. All right. And because of, where'd it go? Each time you deal any amount of damage to an enemy. So I dealt damage to 2 enemies at that point in time. So there and there, I get to heal a couple. All right. Next up, we will use my pistol to do 2 damage to Rhino and heal yet again. All right, then the choice is, do I get rid of Vendetta? Do I take threat off the main scheme, or do I attack Rhino for 2? All right, so I'm looking at 4, 5, 6. So what's the biggest threat? The biggest possible threat, you could hit me for 4, get a boost of 6, and then possibly attack again. Okay, the big question is, How many advances are in the discard pile? One. Doot, doot, doot. I see one advance. Oh, okay. So there's one advance in the discard pile. That means there's one more advance in here. I think I'm going to thwart off of the main scheme. All right. So we're going to make that go away because I'm really afraid of Rhino scheming out. I don't know if that's well deserved or not, but that's what we're going to do. Okay. So that's going to be the end of Rocket's turn. I'm going to draw back up to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of good news is we're leaving a card in there so we don't get an extra card out. Okay. Villain's turn. 1 threat on the main scheme. Rhino's going to come to attack Rocket. Now, we've got 6 damage in here. So I could defend against this, but if I defend, I only get 1 defense. So I think we're just going to take this. All right, so Rhino's hitting for 3, 4. We're going to get a boost, 5. And then we've got the boost booster out here. So I think that's 6 damage we're going to take. Ouch. All right, so we're going to go from 1 up to 7 damage. All right, next one. Our encounter card. Encounter card is Explosion. If Bomb Scare is in play, assign X damage among heroes. If Bomb Scare is not in play, it's going to surge. All right, what are we going to surge into? We're going to surge into an Assault. Surge into Caught Off Guard. Discard an upgrade or support you control. All right, upgrade or support I control. So those are all upgrades. We're going to get rid of our thruster boots because it's going to be a non-thing. And the villain is done. We're over to the hero's turn. So what are we looking at? I think it's a pew-pew turn where we shoot off our pistol for 2, and then we finish him with the particle cannon for 4. So that's 6 damage. That's exactly what it takes to take out Rhino. And finally, we've got the Rocket Raccoon win. Yes! All right. That seemed kind of tough, so I don't know if that's just how I'm playing Rocket or Rocket's pre-con deck here, but I feel like I struggled a little bit with Rhino there. I don't know if anybody, other people having these struggles, or is it just me? Is it just me? It's not you, it's just me? I don't know what the deal is, but Rocket and Rhino, I'm having a tough time. So I wonder if Rocket will do better against some of the more complex villains and not just the toe-to-toe ones. Also, 2 out of the 3 games, I believe I've gotten Shadows of the Past, so that's kind of contributed to it. I've also drawn some cards that were very unfortunate in these Rhino games, so maybe I've just been really unlucky. But also it looks like there's a little bit of curve to learning how to play Rocket and when to discard cards and get counters back and that type of thing. I do think it does seem like you're not attacking very often with Rocket. Rocket seems to be kind of thwarting most of the time and then using your guns to actually do the action. Groot ended up blocking 3 times there, I think, out of the game. Hopefully I played the guns right this time. I think that's the question. This game is going to be on Groot. So when does Groot heal? Does Groot heal after he takes the damage? And is a defense considered after all the damage has taken place? Or is a defense considered when he defends, that's when he heals the damage? I'm going to have to look that one up because I'm not sure on that one. So anyway, we've got a Rocket victory. I think the thing I'm going to move on to next is I'm going to try out the Groot deck because I want to give both of them a spin through Standard Rhino and see how they work. I thought that Rocket would be the better of the 2 decks coming out of there. Maybe that's just because I like Rocket better than Groot. I thought Rocket would be the better of the 2 decks. I'll be interested to see how Groot performs, because if Groot kicks Rhino's butt, then maybe Groot will be the stronger of the decks. And I think Groot's a protection deck too. So I'm going to be greatly disappointed if the Rocket aggression deck is outperformed by the Groot protection deck, because it seems like Rocket's my style, Groot's not, and we'll just see how it plays out. So Let me know if I missed anything in this playthrough. Uh, Let me know if you know the answer to the Groot defense there. When does he heal? Does he heal before or after? That would be good to know. And then after that, we're on to Groot. So that's it for now, and thanks for watching.